My biggest thoughts after watching the videos and the lecture were probably just how quickly we can see the internet and technology changing, and just how quickly we can see people connect and disconnect from different platforms to YouTube right now. What he was talking about was one that just is interesting because what he was showing us, even though it was like 10 years old, and that doesn't seem very old, it's so old compared to what we would deal with now. Like watching his students do the vlogging and just how awkward and strange it was and how they were talking about it was like really interesting because I watch people vlog on YouTube all the time, and it's like it seems so much more natural after you have the practice, and they're not afraid to do it in public where the one girl was hiding in the closet. It's just interesting to see the growth between the different platforms and people, and how we've seen it kind of grow to where it's less awkward for people to videotape themselves and post it on the internet for millions to view, or just one or two people to view. And it's just so interesting to see that. And this definitely, as a future teacher, is handy because we can create these videos and then upload them, and then we can use them over and over with our students, but we can also upload them like Professor Wesh did, and share them with the whole world, and it's just educational for everyone. And just sharing the knowledge is probably the biggest thing that you can do as a teacher with the different platforms. The podcast I listened to was about talking about elementary schools and using STEM, and how that is, even though it's a new and popular thing, just how much that you can connect with your technologies. Like they were talking about how stuff has come together. She had the TVs that would mirror the computer, and how that was new. And she was like, I could bring artwork into the classroom that went beyond what was in the textbook or on the prints that she had. And you can just expand the students' knowledge so much by using the internet and having all of that. And along with that, the blogging and the wikis are handy for that as well. Just connecting with other teachers and using their ideas. One that always gets me is like, how many people use Pinterest for teaching ideas. And we didn't talk about that, but it's just like for craft ideas for your elementary classrooms, for different learning ideas. It's just interesting to see how there's so many platforms to share that with. And the wikis are handy as well because they kind of give that step by step that is handy for the classroom. And not only does it give you step by step, but then you can almost exactly go right into your classroom with that step by step. And then using social media in the classroom, I would almost be against some of it unless it was actually educational, because I don't see where Facebook or Twitter or Instagram could be super helpful, but you do get some news through that, and you do get some current subjects, and you have that debating aspect in the two different people. YouTube, on the other hand, I could see that as being a lot more helpful in the classroom because of how much more it's, I don't know, I feel like it's less of the other. You can filter through more of this stuff. It's easier to filter through, whereas Twitter, you'd have to or Facebook or Instagram, create a separate account that you only kept the educational stuff in, and you only used that account for the stuff. I could see where that would be the thing. Otherwise, I don't see where social media like that would be handy other than YouTube. And then using the cloud-based bookmarking, I didn't realize that I was already doing that until I started to read into it and watch the videos and stuff. And I just use Reddit a lot for keeping up to date with some stuff, and just it's really helpful with the tagging. I really like the being able to tag stuff, and then you can see what other people find more popular because of the arrows up key, and just how easy it is to see what other people think is important. And then I use the Google bookmarking for cloud bookmarking, and I just didn't realize I was using it, and that's why I said that is like I was already using it across different computers, and then to use it so that if I have to log on to someone else's computer, I have my bookmarks there. So I was already kind of doing some of that, and it was nice to see, I don't know, that it was not something that I had to figure out how to do again. It was something that I already did by nature. It was interesting.